Yo, I'm Troy, this is TM Fitness, bulking season. So it's autumn at the moment, we're coming up to winter. That's a traditional time for a lot of people who like to go to the gym to bulk up. That means you can eat more food, so you get to enjoy the party foods throughout Halloween and Guy Fawkes and Christmas, etc. So you can enjoy your food a little bit more because you're eating more, you get more benefits from your training because you're better fueled. I've done a few videos recently on the kind of training side of things, how to train for better gains. So go back and watch those if you haven't seen them. This one's going to be more about the nutrition side of it, particularly the kind of primarily the energy balance side of things. So the first thing you need to be aware of is that to build muscle significantly, you need to be in an energy surplus. So no more dieting. You need to be eating more calories than you're burning off. It's a little bit difficult for some people because a lot of people are fat phobic and they're scared of getting fat, but you just got to accept the fact that when you're bulking, you're going to gain a little bit of body fat. Doesn't mean you're going to get obese, you're just going to be a little less well defined. And that's absolutely fine. Only a small surplus is required. You don't want to be in a massive surplus, otherwise you really will get fat. So why might you want to be bulking? Well, as I say, you want to build a bit of muscle. During the summer, people tend to be a little bit more body conscious. They want to be leaner because they're wearing less clothes. They're going on holiday, they're hanging out on the beach, that kind of stuff. And then in the winter, you can bulk up and gain a little bit of body fat and feel confident about that, if that matters to you. Or it might be that it's your off season. Your sporting season has come to an end. The sport that you participate in has come to an end, and now's a good time for you to build a little bit of strength and muscle. So let's go back to the calories. Very basic calorie equation here. It's your body weight times 22 if you're a female, or 24 if you're a male, and then times that by 1.4 as a activity multiplier. 1.5, sorry, as an activity multiplier. That's based on a moderate amount of activity. So assuming you're doing 4 or 5 workouts a week, and maybe 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, something like that. And then add 200 to 300 calories on top of that, because that's your maintenance. You want to be in a surplus of 200 to 300 calories above maintenance, or 10% above maintenance will put you into a small surplus to help you build muscle. Now, I have done a blog recently called Energy Availability for Athletes, which gives you a slightly more complicated, slightly more accurate equation and separates general activity from exercise, so you can get a slightly more accurate estimate of your calories. So if you want to see that, just go and visit the website tmfitness.co.uk, look up the blog Energy Availability for Athletes. Anyway, so you've worked out your maintenance calories, you've added your surplus, then what? Protein. You don't need to be eating massive amounts of protein because you're in a surplus. So around 1.7 grams per kilogram of body weight will be adequate here. Carbohydrates. So usually, if you're working out your macros for fat loss, you prioritize fats over carbs. When you're prioritizing your macros for performance, you prioritize carbs over fats. So protein 1.7 grams per kilogram of body weight, and then carbs 5 to 8 grams per kilogram of body weight, depending on how intense and how high the volume of your training is. I find most people are fine at around the 5 or 6 gram per kilogram mark, and then your fats will be the remaining calories. Remember, protein and carbs are 4 calories per gram, fats are 9 calories per gram. So you total up the amount of calories from your protein and your carbs after you've set those, and what's left is you make up with fatty acids. If that number of fats is less than about 25% of total calories, then you've probably set your carbs too high. Okay, and then moving on, supplements. It's worth having some performance supplements when you're trying to bulk and get bigger and trying to get more, because you're going to be training harder, so you want to be recovering better as well. Because it's winter, vitamin D is a must. So 2 to 3 grams, that should be IU. Let me change that. So 2 to 3,000 IU. You can buy a decent vitamin D supplement in most health food shops. Fish oils, 2 to 3 grams. That's 2 to 3 grams of EPA and DHA, because those are the important acids. It's not total fish oils, not total omega-3s, it's the EPA and DHA, so make sure you read the label there. And then creatine, about 3 to 5 grams a day. No need for the loading phase that a lot of the bros used to do. And caffeine, because caffeine is a good ergogenic performance aid. So if you have some caffeine about an hour before your workout, so that might be a pre-workout shake, it might be one of those caffeinated energy drinks, it might be a double espresso, but a decent amount of caffeine, about 3 to 6 milligrams per gram of lean mass, per kilogram of lean mass, or around 200 milligrams of caffeine for most people. Okay, so simple as that. Work out your calories, work out your maintenance calories, then add on your surplus, work out your protein, then your carbs, then your fats, and then consider supplements including vitamin D, fish oils, creatine, and caffeine. And let's get some gains. Laters.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to follow the channel, click the bell to get notifications. If you've got any comments, put them in the box below, and please do share my content, because it's the best way to support this channel. Laters.